we got everything checked off.
I think so. We got clothes and we got cameras. That's all we need. And my Bible. Very important. Nothing like a little PB&J to start off your travel morning. It's like 5 something or another, and us boys are on a trip. We're about to start a trip to Montana to visit some really good friends of ours. So we're super excited. A little groggy at the moment, but it's gonna be great to do some traveling. We never really travel just in the States. We're gonna fly there. It's always going international, so it'll be fun just to go kind of explore a different part of our country. And yeah, just have some fun. It's just gonna be Hudson, Kian, and myself. So just the 3 of us boys, and it's gonna be a blast for sure. We're gonna be doing some awesome stuff like hiking and shooting guns and all that, so prepare yourselves.
We're all packed up. Now we're just ready to hit the road. We'll head to the airport, just a couple-minute drive down the road, and we'll wait around until our plane's ready. Alright, made it to Texas. Man, this is a really nice airport. We usually stop by here whenever we come back to the States, so we're pretty familiar with that. It's a really nice spot. So yeah, we have about 10 minutes before we start boarding, so we got here just in time. On to the next flight.
Alright, we just made it to Missoula. Super excited. It looks really pretty out. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we still have quite a bit of the day. And so, yeah, we're gonna meet our ride. It was probably about an hour drive-ish to where their house is at, and then we'll go hiking or something.
Grab your backpack.
Yep.
Let's roll. Hey. Hey.
We're here in Montana. The Schroeders are nice enough to take us out on their 4-wheelers. We're gonna head up and take a look at this weather tower, or watchtower. It's this really tall tower up on one of these mountains. And guys would go up there and keep a lookout for fires. They haven't been using it lately. Haven't used it in a long time, so it's just kind of abandoned. But it has a great view of the city of Missoula and all the mountain ranges in this area. So we're pretty stoked. We're gonna go up there and just enjoy the scenery.
We'll go in that, we'll lead the pack, and then we'll just alternate around.
Awesome. Okay, who's Keen going with?
You and Keen are on that big
Keen on this one? Alright, Jaden on this one. Yeah, cool.
Oh man, it's exciting.
We're up here in Missoula, and man, we're out in the middle of like nowhere. It's just mountains with nothing on them. And so there's a town nearby, but once you get past that, I mean, we're basically in the middle of nowhere. This is just an amazing, amazing place. Really, I still haven't gotten over how different it is. It's different from anything I've ever seen before. Totally different from back over in Papua, totally different from Florida. It's just, yeah, it's the north of America. So I've been wanting to come up and see this type of terrain for such a long time, and it's just been amazing to see it all. Yeah, so I'm excited about getting on this watchtower and seeing a really bird's eye view of the whole area. It's gonna be awesome. four-wheelers are awesome. It's like a jet ski, except on the land. They can just cruise over any bumps or anything. So that was the smooth part we just went on though. So now we're gonna head up into the super rocky. So that's the next step before we reach the tower. Alright, so we made it as far as we could with the truck. The terrain just kept getting too steep and can't go any farther. So now we're parking everything, we're gonna walk the rest of the way up. It's a nice little hike, then we're gonna hit the watchtower. Man, it's great weather for walking though. It's just nice and cool and crisp. We're taking some jackets in case it gets any colder, but yeah, it's gonna be great. So pretty, everywhere you look, just beautiful.
The dogs will let us know in advance in case there's any kind of bear activity or mountain lions. And then as a backup, Uncle Dave brought his pistol along, so we should be well taken care of.
Look at the huckleberries. Get out. Look at those. Grab those huckleberries. Oh, look at the size.
Watch out. Have huckleberries happen.
Hey, come look at these. It's a good little snack. Look at all these huckleberries.
We can't pick all of them. Are we going to pick them?
Oh man.
All of them?
Just eat them.
No, just look at all of them.
Mmm. Oh. Incredible.
Our buckets right here in this little patch. It's just.
Did you bring the buckets?
Yeah, they're all in the back of the truck.
So you record this right on the screen. Oh, Asher.
Just so I understand.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. I had tons of dust on.
Am I pretty bad?
Yeah, you have a fair bit of dust as well.
Oh man. It's pretty dry out.
It's like crashing too.
Well, we understand huckleberries only grow west of the Continental Divide and like 5,000 feet on up, give or take. They can be found at some lower elevations, but you can see how thick they are. Of course, the bears love, like this is the best thing for them, but we actually love making huckleberry drizzle, huckleberry pies, huckleberry pancakes.
Huckleberry oatmeal.
Yeah, huckleberries in your oatmeal. Like this is the gift from the Lord from the mountains. Like this is treasure. You can't grow it commercially. I don't know why, but it just does not work. So
we're eating the fruit of the land.
yeah. So enjoy. Like I mean, look at this. This is like the best kind of snack you can have. Wow. Oh, the truck
So good.
The truck can still.
These huckleberries are just gorgeous, and there's as many as you want out here. We're just as far as you can see, really. There's huckleberries, so definitely not a shortage of them. And you kind of just get clusters of them and pull them off like you would a blueberry. It is so much fun.
They run between 60 and 80 bucks a gallon at the farmer's market.
Like one of these little buckets?
Yeah, yeah, that's what it runs.
Wow. So it turns out that huckleberries are the favorite of bears. So black bears, grizzly bears, they love to just forage through these and eat them. But this one, we got it before the bears did. So we're trying to pick them up, but I'm keeping an eye out because yeah, there's bears all through here. While we were foraging, we actually saw some droppings of a bear. So they're up here. Man, that'd be great if we could see one. Woo, that'd be awesome. Yeah, these huckleberries are amazing though. They're really, really tasty. It looks just like a blueberry except it's smaller. And it's juicy and sweet and tart all at the same time. It's amazing. Really, really good. Yeah, Indonesian fruit is pretty good, but now I've tasted something in America that comes pretty close to competing with that.
Wow, Asher.
Wow, good job, Asher.
It's mainly leaves.
I
saw that. Let's go. We're good.
We're good?
Got a lot.
Man, we got. I mean, good luck. We gotta leave some for the bears, right?
Yeah, that's true.
This place is beautiful. We've seen a lot of mountain ranges before, but this kind of terrain is totally new. There's all these beautiful fir trees and pine trees. It's like a subalpine terrain, so it's just super nice, beautiful and fresh. The breeze feels amazing.
Good, right?
Hank, you like that grass?
All right, be careful, Asher. All right, we reached it. We're Skyping Mom and Dad right now, and Morgan back from the house. We're showing off to them all the beautiful scenery.
Yeah, the Schroeders got us busy.
Hey Asher. Asher and Jade have already made it up to the top of the tower. Oh man, I can't wait to see the view from the top. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, sorry, Cooper, you're gonna stay here.
Alright, we made it, Dad. I gotta sign the Hall of Fame here.
No way, what's this?
See, Tom Cruise was here just before us. It's about we missed him, huh?
Oh man.
I know. It was like 10 minutes ago. Probably still find him somewhere. Yeah.
Sweet.
This would be a great time.
Man, it's really windy out there like that. It'll blow you away.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Alright. Yeah.
Sweet, already?
Yeah. We gotta make it back to the house before dark.
Later after the watchtower, we sat down with the Schroeders, Uncle Dave, Aunt Missy, Jaden, and Olivia. We reminisced about some old times and we got filled in on their awesome ministry, mentoring Timothy.
And then there in Santani, we were at the guest house, and you guys were also there, and
Yeah,
just
so
amazing to reconnect with you guys. And I remember in that conversation, I brought up, hey, do you use a slingshot? Have you had a slingshot, out in the tribe? Because I grew up in Brazil as a missionary kid. My parents worked with 2 different indigenous tribal groups, and of course in the Amazon, there's a lot of venomous things, and a slingshot usually would kind of neutralize that threat,
For sure.
I had one with me on that trip. I always took my slingshot along, and so I was like, man, I got to pass this on. So I remember passing it on to you.
That was the coolest gift.
The Schroeder slinger is pretty awesome. It's compact, reliable, and ammo is found in almost any terrain.
You'll never find me without my Schroeder slinger. It's always ready for action.
Our Schroeder slinger, the idea came from a friend of my dad's, Dave Schroeder. He was an MK in the Brazilian Amazon jungles, and as a kid he used this exact Schroeder slinger.
One day Uncle Dave just walked up to me and handed me a Schroeder slinger. I was really excited about that.
He handed this down to us, and ever since we've been making our own.
And so lo and behold, it was kind of the beginning of what you guys coined the term, the Schroeder slinger.
Schroeder slinger.
Yeah. And,
It's turned into a legend now.
yeah.
That was our #1 tool, interior.
Yeah,
Use it all the
pretty
time.
awesome.
We started an epic trend.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Spread. All right, Schroeder family. So just give us a little bit of background, how the whole idea of mentoring Timothy kind of began. A little bit about your story.
We were in Papua New Guinea as tribal church planters for a short period of time out in the Sepik region. Worked with the Yembi Yembi people, and then God called us to work at the Bible school in Wisconsin, which was with New Tribes Mission, which is now Ethnos 360. And so just over the years, we started seeing a real challenge when it came to work ethic, discipline, maximizing the 2 years there to be prepared, because what that Bible school was about was preparing future church planters that would work amongst indigenous people groups. And we saw that, man, a lot of guys would really benefit from maybe a gap year where you focus on maybe some of the basics of life, but doing it from a platform that wasn't so much speaking down or speaking into from a platform type setting behind a pulpit, but doing it life on life. Splitting wood together, doing hikes, doing canoe trips together. And then as we've had years of ministry and background, to really pour into those guys and challenge them on some of the aspects of what it means to be a godly man.
And our biggest desire and prayer is that when the young men leave the program and time with us, that they desire what the Lord has for them. Not any specific like now I must be a missionary or now I must be a pastor. But if he takes them to be a plumber, that they are all in to be that light for the Lord where he's placed them. So.
Yeah, for you guys, this is definitely a family ministry. Is everybody involved?
So yeah, just ministry is where your feet are at. Me and Olivia, being the kids, we're just as much involved as our parents are. So whether that's with different work teams that come, just growing with them or challenging them, but also where we're involved with youth group or just wherever we're at with our jobs. No matter where you're at, you can be a light. Yeah. So just, yeah, ministry is where your feet are at. So it's never going to change, modeling Christ. Yep.
All of this has just prepared me and Jaden for when we leave, and just honoring the Lord and serving him, and just they're perfect examples for that. And we've been able to see the Lord work in our lives and tons of people's lives just through the whole ministry. So it's been.
I think the end goal is that there would be clarity after the 9 months of our program. There'd be a real clarity and understanding that your life is not yours. As a Christ one, you've been bought with a price. So there's incredible stewardship entrusted to you to live for an audience of one, to make life about kingdom stuff, not about living for self, not about identity and my job or my work or my titles or my positions, but man, I'm a child of the King, and I've been entrusted with the gospel to make disciples. And so that's our heartbeat, that's our passion. Everything that we do ties right into that.
Super cool, super exciting.
Thanks for watching The Wild Way, and double thanks if you've already liked or subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you want to get more involved with us, visit our Patreon website. Hit the link below to learn how you can become a member of our patron team and partner with us. Also, you'll get awesome benefits like exclusive vlog videos, like Wild Brothers merchandise, and a whole lot more.